Ewan McGregor, who will be returning for the upcoming Obi-Wan series on Disney Plus, is more excited for the upcoming series than he was to be in the prequel films. Shocking, I say. It's shocking that he's going to be excited to not get death threats. Shocking. Okay, so that was kind of a joke, but not really. Some of you are way too young to remember the days of forums, and specifically the early internet that old people like myself remember in the mid to late 90s. That's more really where it took off, and you sort of had to become a member of these almost underground-looking websites, like Ain't It Cool News back in the day, right? Like, I was right there when that site launched, and it was really interesting to see how the nerd community grew. And of course, with that, there was like the Force.net. That was this big thing that kind of came to center around Star Wars. And there was insider scoopers who... shock, right? Shock. They proved to be full of crap at the end, but they still claimed legitimacy and that they were like friends with George Lucas, and that's whole other stories I could go into. But people like clung on to everything they said, and believe me when I tell you that there was things that were said about episode 1, 2, and 3, and the plots and the headcanon that people built in their minds, that when it didn't happen in the likes of episode 1, 2, or 3, the actors were once again, just like today, but without social media, harassed, and they literally did not do things like interviews because they were afraid of crazy fans that sent them death threats. Again, this isn't anything new we get now with like Daisy Ridley or Callie Marie Tran or anything. This has been a constant with Star Wars ever since the prequels, before the prequels. So it's not really shocking that Ewan McGregor's like, you know what? I'm more happy to be part of this because it's a great story and we have more time to flesh out the character and I have more time to play the character and I kind of know what I'm getting into and I've grown and we're using new technology. So he comes from it from the standpoint of multiple different, outlooks. One, he's probably still going to get threatened because it's a Disney property, and if one thing goes wrong, him and Kathleen will become like, public enemies number one, and God knows Dobra Chow will as well. But at the same time, it's a new style of medium using the new sound stages and, shooting stages that they have for The Mandalorian that are going to be utilized, and these new sets and more tangible things to hold and stand on than like episode 3 where they fought on Mustafar, which was like 2 platforms and everything else was green around them. So you can see why he's more excited. He's gotten to be an older actor, and now he gets to sort of look back at maybe some of the things he did wrong as Obi-Wan and gets to sort of evolve them and show how much better of an actor he's become. So yeah, it's really no surprise that he's more excited. Just, I want to say, let's not revert back to how we were back when the prequels came out, but now people claim that it was never like that, and people claim that they're masterpieces, the same people that chased George Lucas out of the franchise. Oh, irony.